but regular milk is now okay.
Is it possible that you're in a morality tale and you just need to realize something, and once you do, this
Everything
goes
will be
away?
fine?
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Like a Family Man style movie starring Nick Cage.
Does Nick play me?
I don't know. Like, does Nick play you, or like, are you a side character in his movie? In fact,
I would definitely be a side character in Nick Cage's movie.
If it's a movie, like, you could be a side character that's experiencing trauma on account of poor decisions that Nicolas Cage made that you're completely unaware of, but he knows, and he knows it's his fault. And until Nicolas Cage learns a lesson, until Nick Cage learns a lesson, you've got this. And like, you might be in the section of the movie that we just cut for time, you know, that you just, it's like where it's like 3 years later. And so meanwhile, you have to have Parosmia for 3 years while Nick Cage is like doing other things and besides working on his shit. And he still needs an inciting incident to help him to realize
to move the plot along. I'm like, hurry it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that. I do want to watch the Nick Cage movie that just came out. It looks amazing.
Yeah, same.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, I think it's called. It looks amazing. And the reviews were good too, which is I did not expect.
Well, Corinne told me that you guys are waiting to watch it till I can watch it.
Yeah, we
with
said
you.
we'll wait to watch it with you.
I saw it on the streaming service the other day, and I thought, I'll wait to watch this with Jerry and Corinne.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
It's a good move. Glad you did.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, you can come over too.
Sorry, so you're out.
Shoot, man.
But so what ends up happening with this thing, this parosmia, is I can't go some places.
Sorry, real quick. I needed to log this now so I remember later.
Yeah, log it.
I feel that this episode might just be called Nick Cage Stole My Taste.
That's a great title. I'm into it.
All right, keep going.
And so you end up not being able to go
or like
some
the
places.
unbearable weight of Parosmia.
Ooh, that's actually kind of better. I don't know. How big of a hit was the movie, you know? Is that more clickbaity? Yeah.
Good question. We'll Google it.
I can't. So like, if people are going out to eat, like sometimes I just don't want to go because the experience is so bad.
From the smells in the restaurant.
From just the smells alone, and then even if the smells aren't so bad, then I can eat there.
So I don't think I knew about that part because to me, I knew that things tasted bad to you. So I figured if you're going out to eat, then it sucks because you're working from a limited menu of things you can eat. But I don't think I knew that the experience of just existing in that restaurant is bad.
Yeah, and in the beginning, it was existing almost anywhere. Like everything smelled terrible in the beginning, and that's faded some. Oh wow,
$29 million.
is that big now? I don't know if that's big.
I think it.
The reviews were good though. I'm excited to watch it. I think it's gonna be hilarious. I've always been a Nick Cage fan though. I don't care how many shitty movies he does. He's done some awesome movies, and I think he's great. Gone in 60 Seconds was phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. I know a lot of people hate that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Next, great movie. That's the one where you can go 2 minutes in the future, or you can see 2 minutes in the future. If you haven't seen that, that's so good. I think it's called Next.
Okay, for context, the new Top Gun Maverick ranks 12 on the
Which is a
box
massive
office scale, and that is at $1,422,000,000.
So a little bit more, like 20 times.
Is that 12 like top ever or like current?
Correct, top ever.
Oh, okay. Well,
My impression, guessing from past knowledge, is that 29 million at the box office
is
isn't
mid-low.
an absolute flop, but yeah, it probably is like
It's a mid-low, yeah.
It's a mid-low.
I feel like you hear 200 million a lot. Like that's a number I feel like you're throwing around about movies a lot.
yeah, but it all the success of
about
the movie
hits, like
really
big
depends
hits.
on like how much they spent on it.
True. And how much they promote it, how much they push it, when it releases, the culture at the time. Top Gun was hyped up for 10 years. Top Gun 2
Right.
was announced in 2012, I think.
Avengers movies are like cost like $200 to $300 million kind of range, but a movie like The Unbearable Weight of Talent costs a lot less million.
That's true. A lot less special effects budget. Probably. I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's a Nick Cage movie. They could do literally anything.
Yeah.
It's a Nick Cage movie about how ridiculous Nick Cage is. Starring Nick Cage. Like it could have the biggest special effects budget we've ever seen. It's going to be beating out Avatar for all I know. But, okay. But
So
yeah.
you're saying it sucks to go to a
So
restaurant.
it sucks to go to a restaurant or just or just out. Hold on. Or just out, kind of anywhere sometimes. But also, when I do go to a restaurant, and I go to a restaurant that doesn't smell so bad, there's usually nothing I can order. Like there's 0 things on the menu that don't have garlic or onion or meat, unless it's just like a dessert. And some desserts, like chocolate is like 50-50. Chocolate was bad, now it's like 50-50. And but peanut butter is strictly out. Anything peanut related is a tragedy, and I miss peanut butter so much. Nothing do I miss more though than pizza.
Ooh, I figured out what your a potential moral quandary or whatever for your movie here. It's like, and maybe it's you as a kid even. So you're gonna have to real dig deep and search your memories here. Like if it's a kid, this is more like if it's a kid's movie. It's like you're complaining to your mom you wouldn't eat your vegetables, something like that, or just like I hate carrots more than anything in the world.
I like carrots, and that's one of the few foods I can still eat.
So it's not that, but like something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously like the wrapping up, like the closing of of your movie is like you're healed and you smell carrots and you're like so happy that you can smell carrots again.
Ugh.
And now you've learned your lesson. I mean, this is more like a Disney Channel show.
Sure, it's like getting lamer and lamer as time goes on. Like, I wouldn't see this movie now. But
frankly, you wouldn't see the movie you're currently in either, unless it gets a lot more harrowing.
True.
And I have some thoughts
it's not
about that.
harrowing.
I've been thinking about this. So, you predicted many years ago that you would die next year.
I did. So I can mention that briefly. This was like, I don't know, 2008 to 10 range. That's when this started. Maybe even earlier. I don't remember what the conversation was that sparked it. But there was some conversation going on, and somebody made the statement, you never know when you're going to die. To which I responded, the contrarian that Ryan likes to label me as, and that I probably am, is I said, that's ridiculous. I know exactly when I'm going to die. March 12th, 2023. And I just made up an arbitrary date and have been saying that date for the last, 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
The problem is now it's next year. It's coming up. It's coming up quick.
Dude, this is your movie. Like, that has
right.
something to do with it.
This would be a good comedy.
So I've been thinking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've lost some weight since you couldn't eat most
Now,
foods.
to my credit, I lost a bunch of weight before that, too.
True.
I lost about 75 pounds, and then since this, I've lost an additional 35.
No.
I've lost 110 pounds in like the last 2 years.
So are you familiar with the Stephen King book/movie Thinner?
No.
It's where a very morbidly obese man starts losing weight because I think like a gypsy or somebody, like I haven't seen this in years, but like a gypsy or somebody is like, you'll be thinner. It's like the opposite of big. And he slowly like loses weight and he starts looking good, but then he starts getting emaciated. And then I think he just like completely thins away. Like he's like until he's a skeleton, something like that. And I don't remember much more about it other than that. But I've been thinking like, you're in kind of a thinner situation.
Slow one.
A slow thing. And so I'm just like, well, if it ramps up, I'm like, that could be what kills you March 13th?
March 12th.
March 12th, 2023.
Yeah, we're going to have a party
Like,
on the 13th if I'm still alive.
Keep losing
If
weight.
I'm not, it's my funeral. So
Well, I was just,
either way, save the date.
So like, you made this prediction about your death, and then now there's like a thing you have.
That's slowly killing me
Yes.
over a couple of years.
So
My wife will cry if she listens to this podcast.
she won't get this far.
Yeah, she won't listen this long.
So you're going to have to learn, I think like for the movie, you probably learn your lesson like the night before in like 11:59.
Right, just barely
Groundhog's Day
staying
over.
alive.
Yeah. At 11:59, the clock flips over and you're still alive and you celebrate. So I don't know what the lesson is, but I feel like all the elements are there and a better writer could do it.
So if you're a better writer
Yeah.
out there.
That being said, I do think we should have a party on that day.
On the day? Not
On
the
the
day
day.
after?
On the day.
Oh.
Yeah. No, or like...
I've been telling people the
not-
day after for a long time.
Well, maybe we have the the party for the day after. That's fine. We should just the day of, we should like take off work and just do like all your favorite things.
Just in case.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what'll kill me. All my favorite things are degenerate things. You know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be eating sushi.
Just like do all the things, like make it a whole day, like the day you got engaged to Corinne,
Yeah, did a whole thing.
The morning, you got to watch the sunrise and the sunset. You got to do this, that, and the other thing. Go skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing, the whole deal.
I feel like skydiving is a bad move on the day you think you're gonna die. That's probably just not the choice.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
His parachute didn't open. It's so weird. He thought for years he was going to die this day. Still chose to go jumping out of an airplane. Maybe not the one. No one even feels bad for you at that point. They're like, well, you brought that on yourself. Can't feel. But no. But along with like bad taste and bad smell and just like it's inconvenient to go places, and which makes me, which I am already more of an introverted person who doesn't want to go as many places, and this makes me want to go to places even less. Or just going to like someone's house, they're having food, it smells bad, and you can't eat. And then especially if you go to like someone's house for a long time, you can't, and I'm just hungry. Like I'm just hungry all the time.